Okay, here goes a video of me trying to explain what I've done to this greenhouse to stabilize it and keep it from blowing away and sturdying it up. And I think it'll make things last a lot longer, so I'll just kind of go over things I did to improve it. Of course, you can see first I banded these telephone poles together. I guess anybody could use anything they wanted, but that's what I had available, and I figured the weight would definitely keep those on the ground, and if a big wind came along, it'd just rip all them band straps that I've held it down with apart, or the tubing itself would probably rip apart before those telephone poles would go flying through the air, so I'm not worried about that. If we have that kind of strong winds, that's going to be a bad day anyway. Anyway, so that's where we started out with the base and band strapped the telephone posts together, and that worked out really well. Keeps them from moving around. And then we just went right on top with our rail. Put this whole thing together inside the garage where it was nice and cool. And that worked out pretty well. I did add a brace to this because it only came with this particular cross bracing here, right here on the back side. It came with that particular cross bracing, and that helped rigid it up, you know, make it a little more rigid. But I wanted to make it stronger, so I added this piece of 1/2-inch steel conduit, electrical conduit, and just so happens in the box that they sent you in the greenhouse there was 2 extra bolts, so I was able to fasten an extra bolt to the conduit here from down there. I used the original bolt that came with the kit, and then this was one of the spare bolts. I just drilled a hole all the way through the pipe, and that way I can got to use the same head, which are nice heads. They're not going to get snagged on the vinyl material on the top. And just like I said, I went along the bottom and the baseline and just use these straps every so often with some 4-inch number 10 deck screws. I used good high quality screws, but they're never going to come out. The metal will rip before the screws come out. Did the same thing all the way around the perimeter and the base. And I guess I can tell you, when you're putting it together, a little helpful hint is it's pipe number 6 is on the bottom, and then it's pipe number 5 is right here, and then pipe number 5 is right here, and then pipe number 4 is right here in the front. So it's 6, 5, 6, number 6, 5, number 5, another number 5, and then a number 4, just to save you the headaches that I had of trying to figure it out. And that's the same way on all the runs. You got a 6 starts out in the very back of the canopy where your uprights go, and that's how we put it together. Laid it down on the ground like that, and got these uprights up, and I had 3 people helping me, so it went really simple when you got 3 people, man. But anyway, all the way up the uprights, and all the way down to the base are number 6s, and then the next pipe all the way across again, you know, and over the arch and back down are number 5s, and number 4s on the end, on the arch all the way around are number 4 pipes. And then of course you got on your arch, you got number 2s, 1 on each side, coming up to the middle where you'll have a number 1 on your arch. So number 2 on the sides, number 1 in the middle, and that's the same for the whole greenhouse. It makes it so simple to put together when you got 3 people and you know which one. You know, the instruction booklet wasn't all that great, so you know, not even the pictures were all that great, but we were able to figure it out after watching a couple of YouTube videos, and then I seen this guy did some reinforcement on his like I did on mine, because even when you get done with this thing, it's kind of shaky side to side, you know. You can see it shake a little bit side to side. It was really bad before I did this bracing. What that bracing for too is for a box fan, so I can put an exhaust fan in there with a temperature control. And you know, I just anchored it to the telephone pole down here with those number 10 deck screws, 3 of them, and then of course 2 on each side, and that held that down nice. And then up here did the same thing, just put a couple of deck screws, 4-inch deck screws, number 10s, and then same thing for the top 2x4. And what I did on the very top is how I anchored this railing, hoop railing, was I drilled a hole through it. At first I put a notch in the 2x4. I hope that notch shows up for you guys on the camera. But I put a notch in that 2x4, and then I drilled a hole through the tubing, and put a 4-inch screw with a washer, and screwed that into the 2x4 to secure it to the hoop itself. And then what that black stuff is rubberized undercoating, because I didn't want those washers rubbing a hole in the vinyl green top that goes on this greenhouse. I hope you guys are seeing this. Man, I should get a ladder. Maybe I'll show you on the other end with the ladder. Again, the end here you can see is strapped together. And oh, let me tell you what these numbers here are. A number 11 and a number 12 gets bolted together with the short bolts. By the way, you got 2 short bolts in this kit, and that connects those 2 pieces of pipe together, number 11 and number 12. That makes your cross bracing for the very back. And how it attaches is you put your bolt through and put the cross bracing. It's got a flat spot with a hole in it. Put your cross bracing up, put your pipe back on, and then do the same thing down here at the bottom. And in this case, we changed it up. I don't know why they did that, but when we put it together, we put the flat on the inside instead of the outside, which I'd probably change that, put that like the top is. I don't know, just kind of anal in that way, I guess. And then again, opposite side, I drilled me some holes through the upright, or through the conduit, flattened that out with a vise is all I did. Put it in a vise, and you could just use a hammer too, and drilled a hole in it where I wanted it, and use the existing bolt to bolt that one on. And then, like I said, there was 2 extra bolts in the kit, so on the second to the last hoop, I drilled a hole in that conduit again, and used that bolt that they left, 2 extra ones, and you can see the flat side. I like that. It's not going to let the vinyl rip. Anyway, bolted that to another hoop, and then finished it off by bolting it into the bottom, the existing location. And there's a number 8 on the front, and I can't remember if these were both number 8s or not, but it's the only 2 pipes that have the pin in it. It pins together, and what those, you can see how they're U-shaped, and it doesn't matter which one you use on either end, they're identical, so don't worry about that. All right, and then the first upright is a 3, and then like I said, and it's a 3 all the way down. This first upright on all the hoops are number 3, all the way down to the back. And then, as I said before, on all hoops, it's number 2 is the first arch, and number 2 is the second, or number 2 is the first arch, and you go up to the top, and that piece where they connect together is number 1 arch, and then it comes back down the side to the other side of the hoop, and that's number 2 as well. I hope that helps you guys put this thing together if you decide to buy one. I think this setup is going to make things last so much longer. I think the tarp will probably dry rot before it gets taken away by the wind, or tore up by the wind anyway. And I'm going to have to do 2 parts to this video, because I'm going to show you how I end up stapling all that vinyl to use this door, because I'm not going to use the zippers at all. I've heard that the zippers are cheap and they end up tearing up in short order, so I don't even want to chance it. I just do it this way. Peace, signing out.